Here's exactly what I would do for work if I was unsure about how I wanted to make money, if I was unsure about my career path. I would not go to college. And if I was 18 out of high school, this is exactly what I would do to start making money, to work on my skills. And here's my vision that I would have for myself. If I can go back in time, I'll be 30 next month. So if I was 12 years younger, here's exactly what I would do, okay? And I went to college. I'm still paying off my loans right now. I would not go to college unless I was really certain I wanted to be like a doctor or a lawyer or something that really you have to go to school for. Because most jobs in today's world, you don't need to go to school for. I'll be honest, I learned a lot more from these books over here than I learned from going to business school for 4 years. So what I would do is this. If I was unsure of my career path, if I was young, even if I was my same age, or if I was 30, 40, 50, if I didn't know what I wanted to do in life, I would start here. I would start by getting a job either in hospitality, restaurants, any kind of job where you're talking to people a lot. Outside sales is great, making a lot of outbound phone calls every day. There's a lot of different jobs you can do that you could have some flexibility with. Restaurants. You have time freedom, you can kind of like create your shifts. You want to do mornings, you want to do nights. You can make decent money per hour at restaurants as well. If you go to a nice restaurant, you can make decent cash every night. Aside from that, either in sales, you can get a outbound sales job where you do cold calls, and you can get on a decent salary for that. I mean, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 salary per year is not, it's not like far-fetched to get that in a sales role. The reason why is I would practice my speaking skills with people. I would learn how to read people's emotions. I would learn how to lead them in conversations, because these are skills that we go through high school and college. There's really no classes on communication and speaking and selling, and just like we're not even taught emotional intelligence or any kind of thing. So what I would do starting out is I would just get a job so money's coming in either at restaurants or in sales. That way, at least you have some income coming in and you're working on your skills. Because if you have no money coming in, you're going to be anxious. You're going to be always thinking about that. It's going to kind of control you, right? So if you have some money coming in at least, if you have some kind of part-time job at the very least, you're not going to be as caught in your head. You're going to be like more relaxed. But while I'd be in that role, either at restaurants, hospitality, talking to people every day, some kind of sales role, while I'd be working there, what I would do is this. I would also go to betterworldbooks.com, okay, betterworldbooks.com, and I would order some books because like I said, I learned a lot from books. I would order some business books, Brendan Burchard. I would order, Joe Dispenza books, Dolores Cannon books. I would learn about the subconscious mind. I'll show you some more books next time, but you can get books for like $5-10 each on betterworldbooks.com. I'd be studying to learn how our brain works, our subconscious mind works, and just I would learn like the basics that we're not taught in school, that we're not taught at all in school, about how reality works. And then the last part of this, what I would do is while I'm working in a sales role or at restaurants or hospitality, I would, on the side of my own time, I would begin to learn high ticket sales. And that would be the goal for myself, would be to get experience in whatever job I pick to start out with. But I would be taking online, I'd be watching videos online, I'd be taking online courses about how to do high ticket sales, because that's going to be the best return on your time. High ticket sales, you jump on Zoom calls all day long, and basically you could take like 4 calls a day. You make 1 or 2 sales. That's anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 right there per day in commissions. It's commission only, but basically you just need to follow a process, and you just have to be good at speaking to people. You have to understand how to read people, and you have to create safety with people. You have to lead them. You have to know when to ask certain kind of questions. It's not that complicated. But if you start in restaurants or you start in a basic sales role, which those jobs are very easy to get into. The barrier to entry in restaurants and entry-level sales jobs is super, super low. So you could do that like right now this month. Get a job to start paying some bills so you have money coming in. And then I would focus on high ticket sales. You can sell for different coaches and consultants and businesses. You could sell Like you can even find holistic and conscious people to help. Like you just sell their program for them, because a lot of these coaches, they don't really have time to like do all these sales calls every single day. So you do the sales calls for them, and you get a fraction of the total price. You get that in your pocket every sale you make. So I wish I knew this 10 years ago. I spent a lot of money going to college. The system is designed to just create worker bees, okay? So if you want to be a worker bee, like that's fine, but I think you're on this video still, you probably want to have time freedom. You want to have a good lifestyle. You want to be healthy. You want to have time for like your self-care, your meditation. You want to have time to eat healthy, to make your own meals, to go outside to nature. And high ticket sales, I believe, is the best vehicle to accomplish that, to make money for your family, and also to have that balance with your time and your energy. And I'm thinking about in the future, as I get more into high ticket sales, and I put up some big numbers, hopefully, I'm gonna be sharing a lot more about this on this channel. I might even make different playlists or different videos really going deeper about the high ticket sales and just in general, like how to do it, because I think it's gonna be growing a lot in the future. And people like yourself who are on this path of like awakening and working on yourself, I just think it's a great role. I mean, you can do this anywhere in the world. You just need to have a laptop and Wi-Fi. That's all you need. So I would start in a basic role in sales or restaurants, hospitality, hotels. I would start somewhere where I'm talking to people a lot. I would just maximize my conversations. Even if maybe like you're like me back then, when I first got into restaurants 8 years ago, when I kind of quit my corporate job and went into restaurants, I was super shy. I was super introverted, I guess you could say. And I didn't like talking to people. I was very like just nervous a lot with people, like anxious. But when you're around people for years and years and years, you develop like a lot of skills, and you can kind of go anywhere in life and not be like fazed by the energy or by the crowds and stuff. It gets easier. So I would start somewhere, talking to people every single day, working on my speaking skills, my selling skills, and then I would go into high ticket sales. I'd be working on myself and learning those frameworks to do high ticket sales.